So over these last couple of days, weeks, and months, I've been doing a lot of reactions to games, to raps and songs of games that I've not played. This one I have played. Alright? Injustice 2. I've played the Injustice series. It was actually one of the first fighter games that I actually played a lot. Because usually with fighting games, I owned a lot in my lifetime. I've owned Street Fighter 2. I actually very much enjoyed it, but because none of my friends enjoyed playing Street Fighter 2, I never got to play against them, and playing against computers just kind of got boring. Then I had Tekken. I don't know which Tekken it was, but I got a Tekken with my PSP. Then I had Soul Calibur, the one for the GameCube with Link, and you know, Yoshimitsu and whatnot. Then I had Mortal Kombat. I still own Mortal Kombat. I've still got that for PC. I think 11 or 10, whichever one it is. I barely played. I always want to get into fighting games. More specifically, I want to get into like the King of Fighting game series. But I've never done so. But here we are with Injustice 2 rap by Danbull. I saw that, I was like, okay, perfect. This is a game that I actually played because my friend played it. Not because they like fighting games, but because they like, obviously, superheroes. So that's why the only reason they gave it a chance, which to me is kind of sad. You know, and I'm talking about like traditional fighting games. I'm not talking about like, you know, anime fighting games, because I played all the Dragon Ball Z games there are. I played all the Naruto games that there were, all the One Piece games that there are, and I was basically the best of my friends, alright? But I always wanted to like test myself, and a traditional, like, you know, you have a million players that play that game and a million players that compete, those kind of fighting games, something like Street Fighter. And now I'm 24 and I don't think I'll ever get a chance, because I'll probably need like 5-6 years of actual practice, and by that time my reactions are probably slowed down considerably. I don't know. Injustice 2 though, I loved it. I love the Injustice series. That's as much as I can say. Very refreshing series. Very fortunate to play it. It's actually kind of funny because now the same friends that I was talking about that only played like these superhero games or these anime fighters and never played these traditional fighting games, they're now playing the Mortal Kombats of the world. They're now playing the Street Fighters. And now I'm like, why couldn't you do this 6-7 years ago when I was ready, when I was in my prime, my hand and eye coordination was on point? But no. Life just sometimes doesn't work out. But ladies and gentlemen, Injustice 2. Let's hop right in. As I always say though as well, please go ahead and check out the original video by Danbull, which I'll have linked in the description down below, so you guys can watch it there before you watch my video. Besides that though, let's get started.
Where are my tightest clothes? The ones that show off my muscles.
No. No.
Look like
Superman.
Potentially have a six-pack if I worked out a bit more and ate less chips.
Look man, there's a reason the camera stops where it does, alright? I was actually working out today for the first time in like 10 years.
I need to play the part.
Alright.
I'm not following the lines of the full book rivals.
Okay.
All struck, so good my bro get a line from a skull fuck. Guns and required I fire with a full hook.
Ooh. Ooh, I like that line. It's not that deep, right? But I like nah, it's not that deep. But I like it nonetheless. Damn. He's actually being savage here. Okay. Why is he so... Why are you so vicious in this one, bro? like it's clear that Danbull, he was the hero, now he's the villain. No. Man, this beat slaps. Ooh. 1 second. Okay, simple. Nice stuff. Good block. He's like Superman.
Side scrolling, mind controlling. Don't roll in the roads I'm patrolling. If I see your eyes, then I might put a hole in them. Slicing you a nice new cold on the factory. People are passing the street because I'm catching the feeling. They're laughing at me. Paranoid, man, I hope you're not attached to your teeth. Smashing your glasses to pieces. No more Clark Kent, no more Superman. What did you do to that? I'm a dastardly beast. Last of the pacifist geese, but that was a past. Now I'm back with a beef.
Okay, the pacifist is gone. The pacifist is gone.
This time it's political.
Okay.
This time it is physical. This time my lines are literal. This time figure of violence is visceral. I'm in your peripheral vision and a
Yeah, he snapped over to the dark side.
This time figure of violence is
visceral.
I'm in your peripheral vision and a split second decision is critical. Like
True.
The hospital's hospitable. I'm a bit bored of all the bigger
Hope the hospital is hospitable. Okay. It's not the biggest thing, but still.
I'm a bit bored of all the big and little brawls I've been in since I was small, and I'll continue kicking you till I'm against the wall. Or other exist at all.
Songs being redrawn. That looks like the Hydra symbol to me. I know it's DC, not Marvel, but still, this right here. That. We're reborn.
Right, get these clothes off me. It's not ergonomic. Help me get them off. Yes, it's squashing my balls. No wonder Batman's so miserable.
Aww.
No,
Aww.
wearing that all day.
Aww.
Hello, it's Dan Bull. If you're a Spotify user, you can hear pretty much all my music over there.
I do
We can
use
put it into
Spotify
one
now.
massive, continuously growing playlist for your convenience, and you'll be able to hear a lot of my songs before they appear on YouTube.
Oh, that's interesting.
Ooh, hip.
That's very, very interesting. I will say this, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Dan Bull. This is the Dan Bull. Like he has this moment where he's like, "Oh yeah, I'll be Mr. Nice Guy," and he has this moment where he's like, "Oh yeah, I'll be Mr. Evil." Broccoli raps, those come to mind. But then you've got this one right here. It's just like, yeah. The facade is gone. You know what? I can't accept though. I can accept that this rap, this music, this video was great. What I can't accept though is the shade, the absolute shade being thrown at one Batman, at one Bruce Wayne. Batman is the best superhero. That isn't even a question. That is not a debate. It is a fact. I'm the best villain. I've got my poster somewhere, but can't find it right now. Batman has the best villain. Period. In Joker. And that's a fact. We all know that's a fact, alright? That's a fact. It's factually a fact. There is no opinions. There are no discussions. I'm not asking for your opinion. I'm informing you of my decision. And my decision is that Joker is the greatest villain in all of the superhero genre. And if a certain Moriarty didn't exist, I'd go as far as to say the greatest villain, period, in everything. But besides that one little shape being thrown at Batman, you know what? Fair enough. If I wouldn't be able to fit into a suit either because I'm like I am. Let's just say this: I'm very picky with what I wear. Not really. but I am, but not really. If I'm not comfortable at all, I wouldn't be able to fight in it. And I'm the greatest fighter there is. But let's talk a little bit about the rap itself. There was some lines that I really, really liked. Obviously, I mentioned the hope the hospital's hospitable. It's little things like that I always like, these like flips. And I know he's got one that's called the two that I've watched before I ever record it, where the Fallout 4 special, and that's the one I'm talking about, where he like uses the same letter, the SPECIAL. So I definitely am aware that he is capable of doing that, you know, very proficiently. But like, it's these little things that honestly to me is just, I don't know, maybe I'm a sucker for it, but to me it's just like, yeah, I like it, alright? I very much like it. But then he's got a few other one as well here. I mean, it's not the same. This time figural violence is visceral. It's not the same. It's not really alliteration. But like, the whole theme that it starts from, I believe, like, right around here, it's pretty simple. It's pretty cool right from here. This time it's political. This time it is physical. This time my lines here are literal. This time figural violence is visceral. I mean, the peripheral vision of a split-second decision is critical. Like, the condition is critical. Hope the hospitals were split. Like, that kind of like falls off. But like, that one tiny section right there, that from what I started to where it ended, was a pure solid 10 out of 10. That right there was a pure solid 10 out of 10. Fantastic, amazing, great. That's how we'll describe it. Fantastic, amazing, great. Injustice 2. This might be like the hardest beat. Dude, the hardest beat, and like the most he's, I don't want to say like the most, because I feel like the Broccoli Ups is where he went the most vicious, where he was the most savage, where like just the wild instincts, you know, the wildness just exploded. But I will say that this is like, with the combination of the beat, I think this might be his most violent. Like, maybe not so much his verse, maybe not so much his rhymes, but like combined with the beat, this slapped the hardest. This hit the hardest. This, you know, slapped the absolute hardest in my honest opinion. Injustice 2 rap by Dan Bull. Very much looking forward to seeing some other things of his. I'm actually kind of like going through his videos right now just to see like which game have I actually played, which game have I actually like touched, and that's kind of how I'm going through his videos at the moment, just to see what I should be doing next. But obviously you can leave me your recommendations as well in the comment section down below, and I'll be glad to check them out too. Besides that though, ladies and gentlemen, I will see all of you in the next one, everyone. Until then, have a nice day, peace out, and just know that Mapman is the best hero and Joker is the best comic villain. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know.